Oh, would you look at that? The Himiway Cruiser's here, and I popped the tabs off, and I thought, whoa, I better slow this ship down and slow my roll and explain what's going on here. Well, this is an e-bike, and I've been waiting for this. The company got a hold of me and said, hey, you want to try one out? And I'm like, yeah, I definitely do. For hunting applications, farming applications, you name it. Uh, these are getting big. And they have been for probably about the last 5 years, anyways. But they're gaining in momentum. I mean, you want to go to the beach, you want to go camping, you want to go to half century of progress. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can do with an e-bike. You take your four-wheeler, side-by-side, or golf cart up the Rand tool, I'm going to take my cruiser. But anyways, let's get this out of the box the rest of the way and get it together and test drive it. That's right. I haven't ridden a bike in years. Yeah, and I just pulled it out of the box. It comes kind of pre-assembled. I mean, yeah, you got to put the front wheel on. But you can see these are, I'll call them oversized. They're mountainous. And you've seen other brands of these. These aren't new. When it comes to electric vehicles, I like the concept of an e-bike and golf carts. But this is an e-bike. Let's get it put together. It doesn't look too bad. All right, that's pretty much how it comes out of the box. Step one, we're going to get the handlebars on. They do give you the Allen wrench set. Basically all the tools you're going to need to put this thing together. It comes with the bike. All right, step one, handlebars. Step two, headlight. Step three, front wheel. And you just got to make sure you get it into the caliper. But easy peasy, man. Okay, so I got the front wheel on. That was really easy. And I've got the battery on charge right now. Now it does come with a cargo rack. You can see right here, and you can see right here, hooks up. And that's nice if you're out in the woods and you have trail cameras or something. And it sits up high off the fender, okay? So you can use, bungee cords to go around, your camera or whatever you're hauling. It also does come with a front fender right here. And of course the boat tail goes in the back. And this attaches very easy right to the axles. You can see right there. And then up top here, right behind the headlight. It's all one unit. When I was a kid, I was always a no fender kid. I think it muscles up the bike to not have them on there. You can see the difference. I suppose if you went through some mud or something like that, keeps some of the mud or a certain percentage of the elements off of you. But to me, it just looks a lot more muscled without the fender on there. All right, I got it fully assembled. I ended up putting the front fender on because that's how the bike is supposed to look. And on the initial viewing, I want to make sure you know how it's supposed to look. You take the fenders off. I did end up putting the back rack on there. Also behind it, the trail light, and that is also a brake light. So it acts as both. Kickstand and rear end came assembled. The seat was in there. You can adjust this up and down. There's a release here. Slide it up, snap it in. You're good to go. So in order, I went handlebars, headlight, front tire, wheel, pedals, and then put the rest of it on, like the back rack and stuff like that. Now, this will be really handy because, I'm out in the woods. I can go cell camera, cell camera, cell camera, cell, and then run bungees through here. There's a bar right here, and you can just run the bungees right through there. So, yeah, it's on charge. I have it on charge right now. From 0 at the battery, figure about 9 hours right in there. I ended up weighing that battery. It's almost 9 pounds. So it's a serious battery and stuff. The handle grips, they're ergonomically designed. 7 speeds, thumb shift, throttle right here. So it's not a thumb throttle. You're not going to get thumb numb. Front brake, rear brake. It even has a little bell. But yeah, 4-inch tires, I mean, they're definitely off-road. This is, you know, what we used to call the street track and trail, you know, type of bike. I'll adjust that seat once I go to ride it, but man, there is only one thing left to do, and that's hop on it and go. I mean, you got your digital readout here, which I should be able to show you. There is the prototypical, yeah, there you go. Typical plastic coating. Oh, the battery is charged. Check that out. You have all kinds of different, got your trip odometer right there. Ride time 0 minutes. Max speed, average speed. And I did not check max speed. I believe max speed on this is about 30 miles an hour, 30, 31. So, and I'll never do that. I'll do, you know, if I have to get out and go, I'll 25. So yeah, there you go. That's the Himiway Cruiser all-terrain electric fat bike. Boom. Well, it's completely charged up. This battery, you can remove it as well. Comes with a key, actually 2 keys, and they both go in right there. And this battery comes off, so if you wanted to take it in the house and charge it separate. I didn't last night. I just left the bike here on the front porch and charged her up, but there's only one thing to do now, and let's take her for a shake. I'm going to give you a real quick rundown here. Got a nice kickstand there. Just come over to the bike. You got your power switch here, like I showed you already. So we're going to power up. There we go. It goes into, okay, so this is, I did some reading last night. This is power pedal assist 1. And there's like, I think there's up to like 9 settings. 0 through 5, but this is 1, so I'm guessing when you're riding along and you decide to start pedaling, that electric engine's going to give you a little bit of a jolt. So that's going to be weird getting used to. You can also, there are settings here where you can shut that off, and I think this negative shuts it. Yeah, so now it's on 0. So you won't get any pedal assist from the engine, the electric motor. Excuse me. But yeah, pretty cool, man. I gotta tell you, man, I haven't rode a bicycle in probably 25 years. Motorcycle, not that it's that different, but this will be different in its own respect. So let's go. Let's pop the kickstand and take off. So right now I'm just pedaling, just riding it. Okay, we shifted gears. Why are we shifting gears? Okay, I'm going 4 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, just pedaling. But I've got it in first gear up here, so I don't know. And it looks like I'm going to be able to shift on the fly with my thumb and then climb back down with that lever up top. Okay, 6 miles an hour, just coasting along. So I'm guessing I'm going to go +1 right here. Bloop. And there you go. It's I'm pedaling in it, and the electric motor springs me forward. Watch this. Yeah. It's actually a really cool feature if you're not a strong pedaler. So for me, what I plan on using this bike for is checking trail cameras. I think a small limbing chainsaw would actually bungee to the back of that to go out and cut down trees, which we're going to test drive this out in the field because that's where I plan on using it. Where a four-wheeler will not go, oh, need to cover that charging port up so nothing gets in there, but where a four-wheeler won't go, this will go. And that's basically anywhere in the woods where there's down trees. I can get off this bike, walk it up and over or around it, and then, You know, it just, the reason I have a four-wheeler is because a four-wheeler will go where side-by-sides won't go. And the reason I have this is because this will go where four-wheelers won't. So, yeah, let's continue on. 12 miles an hour. I can tell you with the big fat 4-inch tires, I rode up a gravel road, back down, it hit a speed of about 20 miles an hour, and it didn't even feel dicey at all like it would, say, back in the day on a 10-speed with tires that thick. That thin, I should say. Handles well, easy to put together, easy to operate. Does take a little getting used to with that pedal assist, because you'll think you're just pedaling, but once you learn the settings on there, easy peasy. So now I've buzzed this around on a hard pack surface. I want to take this thing to the field where I'll be using it a lot. And in order to do so, it does have a suspension adjustment right here. And we're going to make it so it gives a little bit. Like I say, on, you know, asphalt or a surface like this, you don't really need to spring or anything like that, but get out in the field, we'll probably want to. You can hear the tires hitting that bean stubble, and a lot of tires wouldn't take that because some of that bean stubble is sharp. This just running it over and flattening it out. You can hear it poking and prodding, but eating it up, man. One. So you can see there's the trip odometer, and just buzzing around, you know, between 10 and 20 miles an hour. I've already traveled 2.6 miles, and yes, that does say miles there. Now there's a plastic lining that, you know, the prototypical. I have not peeled that off of there, and I'll leave it on as long as I can stand it. But you can see we're still at full charge, 2.6 miles. I'm guessing this bike's range is right around 60 miles. I think it obviously, laws of physics. It's going to depend on how much you weigh. You know, a 140-pound person's going to go, in theory, a little bit further than, say, me at 190 pounds. So, yeah, let's just keep going, see what she can do. But yeah, what I've learned to do is every time I go to stop, I put it at setting 0, which is just hit the minus button right there. And then to take off, here's your throttle. Hit the 1 or the plus, and that's going to give you a 1 up there in the corner right there. Hit your throttle. We're awful. Yeah, we're just a cruising. See there, the tire just went down into a little rut, and it just powered right out of it. Pretty impressive. Ooh, we got some plowing to do. Oh yeah. Just putting along 6-7 miles an hour. So for me, you know, sometimes I'll get on a four-wheeler, but a lot of times I'll just get on the Himiway Cruiser, come out, you know, if I need to change batteries and cameras or whatever. That's a cellular camera, but it still takes batteries when I need to get out into tight spaces, not necessarily here, but I have other properties where you're going back in the woods. That's going to be my go-to. And again, cameras are small now. They're about the size of your hand. And, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras will fit on the back of that rack. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for the Himiway Cruiser. They make other electric bikes. Go check out their website, accessories. Get you a Himiway.